Hi, everyone. Welcome to the third week of Project Nazareth. This week with your children, you're going to be covering an absolutely crucial message, and that is that message that God, who has created everything, and everything that God has created is good, but in particular that God creating man and woman, God creates us in his image and likeness, which separates us from everything else in creation. Being made in the image and likeness of God, meaning that we are made from his love, we are made for his love. That God has blessed us with an immortal soul. The soul is who we are. It's what animates us, what gives us life. But we're not just a soul, we are body and soul. And this is where God is a pure spirit. God who's always been. God chooses a moment to create us. And in that moment we are created, our immortal soul is created as well. And in that creation, we're called to know, to love, and to serve God, and to love our neighbor. That in that creation, God gives us the gift of the intellect, the ability to understand, and then also God gives us that faculty of the will, to choose to love, or to choose not to love. That in this call from God, that call to love and to be loved, to call to know truth, and then to live in truth, we discover it as we try to grow in our relationship with God. And that's the third crucial message of this week, that we can have a relationship with God. We can have a very deep relationship, a very deep friendship with God. And so to see all that in proper light, but yet with it is knowing as we are created in the image and likeness of God, we're given an immortal soul, so is every human being. And that's why it's recognizing that equal dignity with each person. Though God gives us all different gifts, different abilities, different talents, we're equal in dignity. And do we recognize that dignity in others? How do we try to recognize that dignity in others? That especially it's through God's grace, through prayer, that God can help us to recognize that and then respond to it. That's why that great commandment is intimately connected. Love God with all your heart, mind, and soul. Love your neighbor, yourself. We can't separate the two. But all that flows forth from this basic teaching of this week, that we are made in the image and likeness of God. Now, some of the points from the compendium you want to check out, just a couple points, points 2 and 3, points 68 through 70, and number 411 and 412. Covers some of those foundational points that you want to take a look at. So hopefully this week, I hope you have great conversations with your kids. Hopefully it will draw some things for them to think about, or even just helping you to be aware of where their understanding is, and hopefully you can help them to grow just that next step further in faith of understanding this great dignity they've been blessed with, and how do we live it with one another. That's all, everyone. I hope you have a great week. God bless.